Guys, today I will show you my barbecue chicken rapid fire face tank tier 100 DPS machine. This bad boy will annihilate Lilith like there is no tomorrow. She will have more issues than your ex-girlfriend. DPS output is pretty goddamn insane. My goal with this setup was to take out Lilith basically by one-shotting both of her phases, and if you want to take out that poison health bar a little bit quicker, you can deal DPS second time around like this. Poison, boom, it like half second and she is dead. That's barbecue chicken. And on top of that, if you thought that this setup will not perform at tier 100 Nightmare Dungeons, think twice, my beautiful bastard. Look at this DPS output on tier 100 bosses. And it's super tanky. Basically you will be unstoppable. You have tons of damage, throw ability, speed, and F those poison rogue twisting blade setups. If you will say, Butcher, you are using glitch, you're right, but twisting blade setups also are using bug. But if you still need help, I can recommend you DVING.net. These guys are absolutely amazing on consoles. They will complete your order super quick, so definitely try these guys out and use my promo code, goddamn. And once more, F twisting blade setups. It's boring gameplay. If it's your first rogue build, I gotcha. It's okay build to use for new players and to introduce rogue class in general, but in my eyes, at tier 100 Nightmare Dungeons, there are a lot of shenanigans going on, like these dark loads, explosions, one-shot mechanics, and you have to be always in close range with twisting blades, and twisting blades is using as well the bug with poison imbuement to increase its damage output. But rapid fire is absolutely amazing build because you can destroy waves from the distance. Enemies have no chance whatsoever to even get to you, and even when they will get to you, you have tons of damage reduction, you have tons of armor, health, movement speed, and so on, and crowd control. Jesus Christ, man! Absolutely must have. On our gloves, we will basically apply daze on enemies non-stop, although my roll is not perfect, but vulnerable enemies will be all over the place because we are using puncture. Puncture will apply vulnerability. T-Bolt's pants, I know, is bugged, and these pants for me are basically god roll, top tier damage. What's most important here is maximum resources, and I have 20 resources here and almost maxed out core talent. And these pants are absolutely must have with Condemnation Dagger. Condemnation will give us combo points instantly basically back, and we can deal insane amount of damage with crazy amount of arrows. On my boots though, I have resistance against fire and cold and a high damage reduction while I'm injured, and that will make us extremely tanky. But my build is so versatile actually that you can switch vampiric powers on the fly and you don't have to do anything. This build is absolutely magical. T-Bolt pants and Condemnation Dagger, this combination is must have. I finally find decent second weapon where I have all stats on, and now I hit all my Paragon board points. All Paragon board glyphs is activated for me. Rings can be optimized with some better rolls here and there, but the core thing here that my vampiric powers can be switched on and off on the fly. Metamorphosis is absolutely must have because with that we will activate Unstoppable, and Unstoppable is needed to proc our T-Bolt's pants, but we're gonna proc with our Shadow Step Unstoppable as well, and Concealment. Hemomancy again is really good. But the thing here, if I don't need Hemomancy, I can switch to Flowing Veins to deal more damage with poison. If I don't need Hemomancy, I can always go for more damage resistance with Resilience. If I don't need damage reduction, since I'm using Shadow Step, I will stun enemies, so I can use Dominate Vampiric Power. As you see, all these powers are activated and nothing is changed basically. If I understand what I need, if I need to farm mobs and Health Tide, I can switch my vampiric power to one-shot everybody on the map. If I need more damage against bosses, I can use Domination or Flowing Veins. And you can do that on the fly. You don't have to change gear, and it's really important. For my skills, I'm using, of course, rapid fire. I'm using shadow step. Shadow step will basically give us more crit chance and will stun enemies, and that's the reason why we can deal more damage on stunned enemies by using domination vampiric power. And it's pretty goddamn though. Poison, of course, poison, crit damage, freeze. Freeze will give us tons of damage. Fridge, finesse, exploit is one of the best passive perks to use. I'm using close quarter combat, but you could go for precision. Close combat quarter, this part of the skill tree you can activate with your shadow step, because it will be counted as cutthroat skill. And yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. Finally, I did some changes in my Paragon board. I optimized it so I could spend less points but gain all the best damage glyphs, or get the best damage glyphs. And the same story with my nodes. I spent or optimized my road so I could get the best damage nodes and integrate all the best DPS glyphs in a way that I have optimized basically everything. So my glyphs are optimized, they are producing to me a ridiculous amount of DPS. I have nodes all over the place that is giving me damage to crowd control enemies, damage to healthy enemies, damage to elites, and so on. So this is by far, I think, the best Paragon board for rapid fire rogues and even for poison rogues. I think this is the best way to go if you need maximum DPS, and I think I have the best DPS rapid fire face stun rogue in the game right now. I have never seen better rogue than this setup. I have watched tons of YouTube videos, tons of Nightmare Tier 100 dungeon clears and bosses clears. Nothing has been even remotely close to power of this setup. And as you see, my 6th Paragon board, and I have activated all the glyphs. And there is still some room for improvement with better rolls. So goddamn yeah baby, Butcher in the building.